Today we're talking about a washing machine, specifically a Samsung AddWash washing machine. We've got a problem with the gasket. It's broken, which of course makes it leak, so water either gets in or out. First, of course, we unplug it from the power outlet. So the very first thing we need to do is unscrew the top panel, the lid up here. First, take this part off here. Push it down here. At first, it sticks a little here, then the hook bends up, but that's not a problem, because you can just bend it back down later. And then, the second time you put the lid on, like you can see here, just set it on here and slide it in place, and that's it. You can also slide it back off again without any trouble. Line it up here, slide it away, and lift it up. So we've got another one here, and another one here. Now, to safely disconnect the cables from the back of the unit, just unclip them, and they should come right out, just like that. If I press this one down now, and press that one too, once, twice. Alright, now let's take this out. Up here, the release mechanism for the locking electronics also needs to be undone. Three. Now, this is the wire. For that, we just keep heating it up until it's ready. Now you can simply pull this piece off right here. Let's set it inside. Now we can do that, then we'll take out the screws at the bottom, and then we can already remove the part. Down here we've got 3 more, so there's one here, and then another one back there. The screw comes out too. You can see that quite clearly and easily right here. Where is it still stuck? Where is it still hanging? Now we can set the door aside. Now we'll open up the spring here. It's squeezed together and basically releases the rubber. You can already pull this down here. Yeah, pulled it out. There we go. Now we just pull it off. Now I've got the new one here. Right now, we really need to make sure that this lines up perfectly here. There we go. Make sure to fit it completely all the way around. The drain holes are in the middle, so I'll just slide it a bit more. With this seal, if you're not quite sure, the seal completely closes off around the outside edge. The entire outer edge here seals it. So if you look in here now, pull it out again. So this part right here is the main frame where the drum spins, the water is contained inside there, and this piece just sits here. The water that runs into the rubber gasket can then drain out, and it just sits in here like this for a while. That is exactly why it is so incredibly important here that the rubber gasket on the outside, where the metal ring goes back on, is really seated firmly all the way around in this specific area. Up here, we have the specific groove, just like this, and the seal has to sit properly and securely inside there. And this fold that is in here now will automatically sit right in place, and then it fits perfectly every time. After we've checked that everything is in place, that everything is really properly attached at the back, put it all back in nicely. Make sure to lay it back into this crease nicely. That's extremely important. Alright, now it's sitting in place all the way around. Now we can adjust the positioning of this component around a bit as we want, and now securely tighten the fitting to 7mm. And by doing it this way, the seal will be perfectly tight again. Now we'll tighten this up again here. There we go. Hold in nicely. Of course, let's check all the way around to make sure the edge is clamped in properly here too. So now you have these small clips right here, which of course have fallen out, and you just need to carefully put them back in like this. They usually don't hold very well at all, and they tend to come loose down here once again. We'll run the cable up here. But before we hang the door back on completely, we have to put the lock in first, because otherwise we won't be able to get the lock in anymore. So, and then you get to the latch at the back, which has a little lip on it here. This gets pushed in like this, there's an edge here, and only now do the holes line up and you can screw it in properly. That's what we're going to do now. We're basically screwing it in now. The hose is pinched. So now I'll just open it up and put the screws in here. I've got the hose. It needs to come out. All right, back in. Okay, let's keep going. Tighten it up at the top too. All right, get it in nicely up there. Tilt it a little bit carefully right here, and then we'll lay it all the way around the edge, just like that. We've got a small notch right here on the side, and another notch here. That's exactly where the spring goes in. We need to know where we need to position it already. Because there's a significant amount of tension on the spring here, and then it just snaps right into place. There, you heard that distinct click. And that's exactly all there is to the entire process. Now you can clearly see that the spring is in up here all the way around. And we'll double check that everything fits all the way around. You can see again, if you pull it through now, you can tell if the rear lever moves along with it. It's not budging at all, so that is perfect. Good. All right, now we'll put the part back in. Please be extra careful with these delicate connectors. This connector needs to go in here now. Again. Let's hook it back in down there. The holes on the right and left. There weren't any in there. So we are looking at just these two specific items right here. Once and then twice for good measure, and then this other one over here goes on as well. All right, that should just about cover everything we need for now. Now take a moment to inspect the remaining connectors on the device as well. That actually fits in there perfectly right now, and this specific piece goes right into this spot here. Take a close look at how these other components fit into place as well. And the small connector too. That goes in as well. Right now, at this very same moment, twice. Put the cover on. Slide it back in. Now we've installed a new seal here again. Saved ourselves a bunch of money and don't need a service technician. Yeah, if you liked the video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and this is the first video you've seen, I'd also really appreciate it if you subscribed. I've linked all the materials and products from this video for you down in the video description. See you in the next video. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye.